Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you may be, and welcome to episode 8 of Learning to be Blind. And today is the episode that many of you have probably been waiting a very long time for. If you have been following me on Twitter, on Facebook, or just generally because you know me and you're friends with me and whatever, you will know that I got something very special a few weeks ago, actually. Somewhere in the middle of August it happened. What did I get that was very special? Can anybody tell me in the comments below? What was it that I got that I really wanted and really needed, that I was having so much trouble getting, and I got it? Can anybody tell me what that is? I'm gonna turn the camera around slowly, so if you're gonna write it in the comments, you probably need to hurry up. Da-da, 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 da. Oh look, it's shiny and it's silver and it has one of those wonderful logos on it. Yes, it's an Apple computer. It's a MacBook Pro actually. And I'm really excited to have this and to be able to show you guys what it is and to give you a small review on it and to explain the reasons why I really needed it. And yeah, it's making me super excited, so I need to shut up right and just tell you more about how and why I got this. Okay, the reason I actually really needed this is because my site is going backwards, as you all know, which means I need to be able to use something like screen magnification or a screen reader in order to access my computer. On a Windows PC, that's very possible. You know that I've been testing programs to do that, but none of the programs that I tested would work with a video editor. And you guys know how important it is for me to be able to continue editing videos. And the only way that we found to do that was by using Voiceover in combination with iMovie. But that meant getting a Mac computer of sorts, and all Mac computers are pretty damn expensive, so it was something that I just couldn't do. And then some very nice family members came forward and said, "We'll help you." So they did, and this is what I ended up with, and I'm very grateful that they did, because I'm absolutely in love with this computer. Not only because of VoiceOver and the magnification software that's on here, and the fact that I can then learn to edit with iMovie as a blind person, but also because generally, hello, it's a cool computer, and it matches with my iPad and my iPhone, and it synchronizes with everything, and the operating system is good and great, and I just love it for so many reasons. It's so much more simple and so much more nice to use than a Windows PC. But it's my opinion, so let's not start the Windows PC and Apple debate, because that's not what's going to happen in the comments in this video. It's my opinion. I like it better than I like a Windows PC. That doesn't mean a Windows PC is crappy, because a Windows PC is quite capable, even for a visually impaired person. It's quite capable, but depending on what you want to do, you have to make a decision, and this was the decision we made together as a family, because obviously I wouldn't have got it without the help of the family. And yeah, so what is it? It's a 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's the 2012 version, so it doesn't have the Retina display. It has OS X Yosemite installed on it. It has a 500GB hard drive, 4GB of RAM, and something like 2.7 GHz processor, I believe, if I remember correctly. That is the specifications that I know about. It weighs 2 kilos, which sounds really heavy, but I can lift it with one hand, so it's not really heavy at all. And it's made of the standard Apple metals that Apple makes their computers from, so it feels very much like an iPad or iPhone when you touch it, and it's got the super shiny Apple logo on it. And what else does it have on it? Well, on the left hand side, We have a MagSafe power charging port. We have the Ethernet port, which is this one in the middle here. We have a port which I have absolutely no freaking idea what it's for and why it's there. If someone could please tell me, go ahead. We have a lightning port. We have 2 USB ports. And we have a card reader. We have a headphone jack port. And then we have a really weird button, which is really freaking hard to see. But right here is a button, and if I push it, the green lights that are next to it shine. Can anybody explain the point of that to me? I just found this like literally before I started this video. I found this button. What is this? I have no clue. Help me out, internet. On the front, there appears to be nothing, but I'm pretty sure there are some speakers around here somewhere. There's a hole in the middle which you use to put your thumb in to lift up the lid of the laptop. But for the rest, there's nothing on the front. On the right hand side, there is one or the really weird hole, which I assume is an eject hole for the CD drive, which is this very long hole here. Yes, this is actually a port where you shove your CDs. So it has optical CD drive. Oh, and speaking of drives, the 500 gigabyte hard drive which I have is a optical drive. It's not a solid state drive. On the back of the computer is some really nice black edging, but for the rest there's nothing interesting there to see. And what you all want to see, of course, is what it looks like when you open the lid. So it's a 13-inch, like I said, it's a 13-inch display, but it's not Retina. And yeah, it's a normal QWERTY keyboard with a magic trackpad. Get your knee off the computer, silly. With a magic trackpad which supports multiple gestures. You can pinch and you can swipe with 2 fingers or 1 finger, or yeah, you can do quite a lot of different gestures on it, which I really like. I have a trackball mouse, which I use for my laptop, my Windows laptop, and my Windows PC that I had, which I've now given back to Jessie. It technically was Jessie's computer anyway, so Jessie had the computer back. But I was using a Logitech trackball mouse with it, and I thought I would want to plug that into here and continue using it until I discovered that the trackpad could do different gestures. Yeah, I don't need my mouse. So, you guys want me to turn it on and show you how it works, I guess. Here we go. It's starting up. And it makes a ridiculously loud noise when it starts up, but that's okay. We can live with that. Yeah, guys, it's really exciting, and I'm really pleased that I've got it. I have managed to install it. I had some help. I had an extra pair of eyes with me that were helping me to install it. Jessie actually helped me because I was going to try that with Voiceover, and that didn't actually work the way I wanted it to work, so Jessie just helped me, which made the installation really quick and really simple and really easy. It didn't take very long. It's all set up. I've installed some extra programs on there that I wanted. Some of which are quite visual, and I don't expect that they will be working with Voiceover in the future when I start learning that. But for now, while I have some sight and I can use the magnification to look at the screen, it's something I want to play with, but in the future they'll have to go away again. But I've installed some programs already. As you've already seen, because the video is the first video that I've used to edit, I edited on my Mac is already online, so I've already figured out a little bit about iMovie and importing videos. Yeah, I figured out the App Store. I figured out quite a lot of stuff, so it's already pretty set up to the way that I want it, and it has all the programs on it that I want to use. So yeah, that was quite a challenge and took a few days to do. But we have a nice login screen, and I'm gonna type my password. So I have managed to type in my password with one hand because I was holding the camera in the other hand. Oh, and hello reminders. Yep, those come into my screen every day when I log into this computer. I've managed to, type in the password. I'm logged in, and this is how my desktop looks. And as you can see down here, I have already a whole bunch of applications in my dock. And as you can see up here, I've already installed stuff because there's a whole bunch of reminders in my face over there. So yeah, you can clearly see that I've managed to set this up already. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a few things about the reason why I wanted this computer. The first reason why I wanted this computer very much was because it has built-in magnification. And how do we turn on the magnification? Well, that's going to be really hard with one hand. It's the keys on an Apple keyboard are different, by the way, to the keys on a Windows keyboard. There's no Windows key, obviously, and the other things are in a different order. Like this key here is a function key, and this key is a control key, I believe, and this is an alt key, but it's also known as option, and this one is a command key. So to turn on the magnification, you need to push command option together, and the number 8, which is all the way up there, which I can't do with one hand. So wait one moment. So command option and number 8 turns on the magnifier, and as you can now see, this screen is huge because all we see is moon. The mouse pointer is also huge, and the menus are more readable. You can adjust the magnification size, so you can make it bigger or smaller by holding command and option together and then pushing plus or minus, which are up here. But I'm not going to do that right now to demonstrate because it's already on my settings and I don't want to change it, because then I will need to figure out what settings I'm going to need again to change it back. So yeah, this is kind of the magnification, and it makes the screen easier for you guys also to see because you're looking through the camera. And it now makes it easier to see all the programs that I have on my dock. So we have the Finder and the Launcher. We have a calendar. We have reminders. Oh no, we don't. We have notes. Then we have reminders. We have FaceTime. And we have messages. We have contacts, emails. Safari is here. Facebook. Yes, there are apps for Facebook and Twitter, guys, on a Mac. Just like there is for Windows now, actually, there are apps for Facebook and Twitter. Skype is here. The App Store is here, and I see that I need to install an update. We have the system settings. We have TeamViewer on the dock. We have a downloads folder, and we have a trash can. And I also talked about the programs that I installed for you techie freaks that like to learn more about programs. We can open the launcher, and I will show you some of the extra things I installed. The first row is all standard programs, as you can see. The second row, because it's a MacBook Pro, it came with pages and numbers, which are word processing and database programs, which is really, really nice, because then you don't have to go searching for free ones or having to buy one. The second row is all of my editing type of stuff, so I've got iMovie there, and we have GarageBand. Audacity is a program that I installed for myself. There's photos. There is this thing which is called Photoscape X, which is a kind of a batch photo editor that allows you to also put watermarks on your pictures. This was recommended by somebody in the YouTube creators Facebook group. Can't remember your name, but you did an awesome job of recommending the program because it does exactly what I wanted it to do. I have GIMP, So the Photoscape and the GIMP are probably things that I won't be using in the future because I don't think either of them are accessible with VoiceOver, and they're very visual based anyway, so it's not something I would expect to be able to use with VoiceOver. Photo booth is there, which I probably will never use, but okay. On the third row, we're going to go from right to left to make my life easier. So on the third row, we have TeamViewer, which I installed, Skype, which I installed, the Twitter and Facebook apps I also installed, FaceTime, Messages, Safari. We have on the fourth row, we have iTunes, iBooks, Calculator, I believe that is. A sticky notes thing that I found somewhere hidden in the depths of the Mac. There's also a dictionary, and there's the App Store, and there's the settings. And on the last row, or was that the last row? No, there's one more program right down the bottom here, and that's actually not a program, that's a folder with a bunch of other applications in there, which I don't think I will use, but I also have to be honest and say I have no clue what they do. So that's my launcher. So you get an idea of how I'm going to use my computer. And the magnification, as you can see, is really, really helpful because you're even able to read this clearly through the camera. So this is, for now, how I'm using the computer, because to be able to use the computer with VoiceOver, I am going to need to get lessons. And yeah, that I don't know when that's going to start. I'm going to be able to get them. I know that for sure. But I don't know when, because I'm waiting for some more appointments to happen first before the actual rehabilitation process starts, and then that's when the lessons will start. I will demonstrate how VoiceOver sounds to you because I know how to switch it on and off, obviously. So first we're going to switch off the magnification, which is actually there's one more thing I want to tell you about first before I turn on VoiceOver. The magnification is all very useful, but what about when I get go up to the top here? Oh, hold the camera higher. What about when you get a menu like this and you can't read it because there's black text on a white background? Well, or grey background as it is because it's not really right. Well, there's an option for that. You can hold down Command, Option, Control, and the number 8 up here all together, and it will invert the colours for you. So I've pushed all of those keys. I will repeat them again. It's Command, Option, and the Control, and the number 8 up there on the numbers. And as you can see, pushing all those together has inverted the colours. So now my Finder menu is a black background with white text, and the selection things are orange, which is kind of cool because that's my colours. This option, for those of you who are wondering how you turn it on, is not activated by default. The key command for this option is not activated by default. You have to delve into the accessibility settings to turn that on. And if you are a visually impaired person wondering how in heaven's name you do that, leave a comment down below and I will type the instructions for you so that you can get to turn that on and off with keys instead of going into menus and switching it on manually. So I've turned off the magnification and I've also turned off the inverted colours so that we can see the screen normally again. And I'm gonna now let you hear what VoiceOver sounds like. You've heard it on the iPad and the iPhone before in previous episodes, and it actually sounds exactly the same. But you also probably want to know how to turn that on, and to do that you need to push Command, and you need to push F5, which I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that one.
VoiceOver aanvinder, bureaublad.
And he will actually announce that he's switched on.
Bevindt zich momenteel op een schuifgedeelte. Om te werken met de inhoud van dit scrollgebied, drukt u op Ctrl-Option-Shift-pijl omlaag.
And he's now telling me what to do to get to my reminders that are up there. At least I think that's what he was telling me. But anyway, he gives a lot of hints, and he gives a lot of hints which are actually incorrect. So he can be really confusing sometimes, which is why I'm getting lessons to figure out how I'm supposed to use him, and that will happen in the near future. One thing I find annoying about VoiceOver on the Mac is this little window here in the bottom left hand corner actually is a window, a black background with white text, and that text is exactly what VoiceOver has just spoken out to me, and it's annoying. For people who can't see it at all, they would never even notice that it's there, but for me, it's in my field of vision, and I find it really annoying. But for the rest, it works exactly the same as the iPad VoiceOver, only we're having keys instead of a touchscreen, so it's something that I have to learn, and that's something that I need to get lessons for. And to turn it off, we're going to do Command, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, F5.
Voiceover uit.
It says that it's been switched off, and yeah, that's the wonderful shut up button. So yeah, guys, that's actually just a little bit of information about the MacBook Pro 12-inch, the 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro. All those numbers are confusing. And yep, that's what I've got. This is what I'm going to be working with from now on. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to edit this video on that machine later. So, in fact, the last 3 episodes, the 6 and 7, should have also been edited with this. So yeah, I'm getting there. And it's going to take a lot of patience, and it's going to take a lot of learning. And like I have said, I'm not good at having patience and starting off slow, but that's something I just have to accept. But it's going to be fun, and I'm really, really excited. I like this computer very much. So yeah. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Until next time, be good, and if you can't be good, have fun.